detected. Initializing containment procedure.
Alright guys, welcome back to SCP Secret Files. We left off last time. We just played the part that was in the demo. So we played through that again. It had a bunch of extra stuff added to it, which was nice. Now obviously you guys didn't get to see me play the demo, because that was lost with the other channel. But, nonetheless, you didn't. This one had a little bit more, so that's kind of nice. We're going to click on here. Let's say smooth sailing. Yeah, dude, I'm down with the taco night. Espresso to sober me up. Alright guys, this is a new recording session. I was really starting to get tired there at the end of that last one, so part 1, part 2, and then I was getting ready to start part 3, and then I decided I should probably get some sleep, and still readjusting to my regular schedule because I was moved to days, working on days for a couple weeks for my job, but I'm back on my regular shift and feeling a lot more energized than before. So, and I did find out that there is this continue a new game files and all that stuff here. I don't know what files is. Let's check that out real quick. I'm gonna guess it's the desert and the Hang King cards. Yeah, this is the Hang King, which we just finished, which was really cool. They had a bunch of new stuff from what was in the demo. Not gonna get too far in that. I don't know. I know what Euclid, and then there's Keter class, and I think then safe. I think those are the 3 classifications. I don't know what these mean. This just flips the card. I'm guessing this means it's a cognito hazard. Maybe? I don't know. Reality bending, cognito hazard, something like that. Anyways, and then this was the desert one, right? Telephone booth with the cables, which look like all the same there. Oh, this is actually in Nevada. That's interesting. Human production activities. Okay. You guys can pause that and look at that there. I'm just skimming through it here. Humans and spit out waste. Huh. Interesting. That'd be kind of neat, and I'm guessing we got all these ones to go through still. Okay, back to the main menu. We're going to continue on here in a moment. Here we go. Okay, it's gonna bring this back up. Been able to turn fans off too because our air conditioner got fixed today, which is nice. I'm gonna click on this and see what happens. Oh, these are just like instances. I was nervous about clicking them because I didn't want to start something if I need, because the files is where I need to be going to actually play through the stories. Energy. Okay. 19. Yeah, so which is really interesting because Class D are death row inmates. So I feel like there's really not that many to be transferred like that. I guess I don't really know if that's still a thing or not. Like I know a lot of states don't have the death penalty anymore. So it's really interesting they have this many people. I imagine they have to take them from other countries and stuff too or something. I don't know. 105. Pre-escaped 994. I don't know what 994 is. 17. Raised in Mexico. All special operations knowledge of drinking clear water. 769. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what any of these are, and I kept on butchering the ones from. I was talking about the first episode. It's 173. I kept on saying like 137 or something like that. I know there's 049, which is the doctor, and I don't know. I can't remember. I think 096. I think is Shy Guy. 106 is the old dude who takes you to the pocket dimension, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's the stairway one, which I absolutely fucking hate. 86 or something like that. I don't know. I really have watched more videos of people playing SCP games than I've actually played myself. I've touched Containment Breach, but I haven't gotten very far. I just downloaded the multiplayer version, and Nate did as well, so I'm hoping soon we can start playing that together. He has no knowledge of this like kind of universe at all, so I know at least a lot from watching videos. Okay, is that it? Next area? Oh, so we can look at Europe too. 5 members of the Church of Broken God forcibly entered Site 6, armed with rifles. Oh, damn. 2 hours later, 4 of the armed riders killed. Last one arrested. Disclosed to the public. Present Site 06 has temporarily upgraded security measures. Okay, 77. Huh. And see, some of them are safe or just people, from my understanding. There's some crazy ones, like, I think it's 939 is like the, is that the lizard one? Or is that the, I think that's the lizard one that, like, is indestructible. Fugitive robot SCP-2040 was found on farm. Who contained by the MTF? I don't know what the MTF is. They probably told me and I don't remember. Cocoon incident. Next area? Whoa. I didn't mean to go too far. Okay, I think that's it. Attack human corpse. I bet these are different. I bet I'm missing out on stuff because I bet they change each time I go to the computer. Here, okay. China, Shanghai. Site 79, 610. Blood flush disease. Huh. Oh, there's more. Okay. I thought we were going to pan back over to America. Hurricane Beth. Ethics Committee. Yeah, like, I wish there was more information on some of this. I'd probably have to, like, Google it or something. Let's see. Enormous 600 kilometer long creature. Whoa. Interesting. Did I look at this one? No, I didn't. Extra attack. So no, let's call it speed. Okay. Next. Okay, we're back here. Alright. The system is developed by the Ministry of Information. I noticed that when I was editing. And then there's this all members mimetic vaccination. Yeah, there's just so much, like, there's so much detail, which is really cool. But anyways, let's go to files. Oh god. Object is an irregular clay pot. Do not be fooled by its appearance as an organism. A womb. Cool. SCP-660. Its mouth remains covered with a inert perspex disc. Tape-proof tape. Involving human experimentation. Sample use. Pre-cancerous growth. I don't know what a lot of this means, to be honest. Septis. House mouse, okay. Oh, that's cool. They used another SCP to put the consciousness of another D-class personnel into the mouse. This person left an SCP-660 for 2 months. What? So it was it was incapable of restoring its consciousness, which I thought it was capable. Precancerous growth throughout the mouse body. Oh, teratoma. Okay. What? Okay. I don't know if clicking on any of these will... Does this do anything? Okay. Oh, I see. So I'm just recording this information. Okay. Description. And then... Safe. That's right, I'm just archiving it. I don't think I'm actually doing anything with this one. Okay. Save. Traditional source myths. This is 1431. See, there's just so much information here. Japanese sakura, cherry blossoms. By careful own root propagation using cut saplings for an older sample. I don't know if that's actually true or not, if that's just part of this. Anyways, the original trees. Level 4 clearance to get in there with the trees. Three staff died to 143. Wait, are they like razors or something? Bladewood Grove, okay. So I'm guessing texture smooth glass. Yeah, razor sharp, okay. Testing logs. Damn, the staying temperature up to 1800 degrees Celsius. Stronger than titanium and lighter than aluminum. That's interesting. Okay, let's did I do that one? Yeah. Whoa. Hang on here. My mouse went off screen for some reason. Okay. That's done. Where's my mouse at? There it is. I lost it. There it is. It blends in with a lot of this. Okay. 800 yen. 261. 10 times per 24-hour period. No transaction value. High frequency. Coke Zero. Cheetos. Black. Oh, this is chewing gum. Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay. Small bag of Cheetos. Okay, then it's this. I can't forget the Meiji Sakai company does not produce this flavor. PepsiCo does not produce this product. Dark Side Cola. Cola with something spicy in it. Interesting. Okay. Like, is it just like producing something weird? A can containing instance of SCP-2107, packaged in English. This marks the first. Is it the vending machine? This marks the first time SCP-261 has vetted another SCP object. Unknown. Huh. Oh, that's not cool. Beef. Damn, killed 2 people from that. I hope I'm giving you guys enough time to read it, because I don't know if I can convince myself to read all that. I'm terrible at reading stuff out loud. I think it's a vending machine. It just like gives you weirder and weirder stuff the more you use it. Yep, large black vending machine, no front glass panel, small keypad on the right side. I wonder if this is the same one from Containment Breach. I remember there was there's a vending machine in Containment Breach, and if you had like money and stuff, you could get it to dispense stuff. And I remember watching somebody, or there was a thing where somebody like used it to dispense like God or the devil, and they would like detonate. And then you could get like coffee and stuff, and there was a ton of stuff you could get out of it, which is really cool. Out of order. Never actually contained any food or beverage. Keypad not activating the dispensing mechanisms. Then a random item. Has not accepted any currency other than yen. The number entered on the queue has no effect on the item vetted, nor has any pattern been detected. Some ported snack food will get bright, attention-grabbing packaging. Operating with no external power supply, but operations will cause unstable vending more quickly than usual. Sometimes a short period, a large amounts of money are entered for the items vended. Dispense bizarre items. While still food, there's just suitability for human consumption is often non-existent. Okay. So let's add this stuff in here. Oh yeah, I just have to do that. I don't know why I thought I had to click and drag. 10 times. Yada yada. Okay, I'm guessing stuff in green is the stuff that's been added. Alright. Oh, my tasks are complete. I don't know. Did I click on any of these? Okay, no. Third group. I'm just gonna go with this one. Monthly lecture. Percent force about to begin. Okay. I had to check the audio there. I didn't realize my fan was oscillating. I was hoping it wasn't giving any kind of distortion on the microphone. I know sometimes it did on my headset mic. I'm using my desktop mic now though. And it's got the pop filter and everything, so it should be fine. Let's go ahead and go to the training. Oh. SCP 1762 and I. Okay, that's the one. What is this one? Antimetrics. From antimemetics. Wow. I can read, I swear. Join conference. I know that some people like some of this stuff might be boring, but I'm like super into like the lore and stuff.
There are many stories in this world. Some are read widely all over the world. Some are hidden in dust and known only by a handful of people. Today I'm going to tell you a story no one else has heard before. A real story of mystery and wonder and adventure. And then you too will become the guardian of this story. The story takes place in a world of long ago. The hero of our story is a little boy. His name is Daniel.
This is gonna be Here Be Dragons.
One day, out of nowhere, Daniel got a serious case of chickenpox. It made him look like a strawberry. To make sure he didn't spread it to others, Mrs. Page, the principal, had him isolate in an attic. And so, in the attic he lived, all on his own.
Somebody call Child Protective Services.
While up here in this attic, you'll have plenty of time to practice your penny whistle. I hope you practice well and prepare for next month's art festival.
But Mrs. Page, the melody is so difficult.
Don't give up, boy. You don't give up before you fight.
Oh, okay. D.
Daniel was reluctant at first, but he trusted Mrs. Page, and he knew he should listen. And so he practiced the penny whistle.
Oh God. What is going on? Oh no. Oh God. I'm terrible at these.
Suddenly, he heard some strange noises in the corner of the attic.
Huh? Who's there?
Daniel decided to go over and take a look.
This is so cool. I don't know why, this is just amazing. It's totally different than what you'd expect from SCP. I'm actually, he's throwing me off. These textures are weird, but so cool. I'm digging it.
It was a mousetrap, and there was a red origami paper dragon inside of it.
Here be dragons.
Daniel carefully removed it. It was marvelous and beautiful. The only problem was part of its wing was damaged, but Daniel found a way to repair it.
The only reason I know about this one was because I think it was the Unity remake of SCP Containment Breach, which I don't know if that's made any progress, so I need to look into that, but I remember the Here Be Dragons part in that. Oh, choose the items to repair the dragons. What is this? Is this the damage part? Okay, there we go. Oh, that's all I needed. Okay.
Daniel held the repaired paper dragon high up in the air, imagining that it soared over all the world below. He played and played with the paper dragon.
Wee! Woo! Dragon! Soar!
In the warm afternoon sun, Daniel had to fight his eyelids just to keep them open.
Could it be? Or is this all just a dream?
The next day, with boredom and loneliness weighing him down, he began to fiddle with the old radio.
Our town is located in the plains, where earthquakes are not particularly common. Although there are 17 fault zones around us, they are all inactive.
A scrunched up ball of paper rolled over to his feet.
Where did this paper ball come from?
Just as Daniel went to pick it up, the ball suddenly came to life, and it rolled away. Daniel chased after it.
This is so delightful. This is way different than the Death and Despair. What am I supposed to do? I'm pressing E.
Just as he was about to seize the rolling paper ball, suddenly, terrible sparks erupted from it. Before his very eyes, the paper ball began to grow, bigger and bigger. At that moment, a red figure suddenly appeared. The red figure quickly subdued the paper ball and threw it into a cardboard box. Daniel studied the red figure carefully. It had a sticker on its fluttering wing. It was the paper dragon.
I wasn't dreaming. Thank you for saving me.
Daniel was grateful and very happy. He walked closer to the paper dragon, but the paper dragon seemed timid and afraid and backed away. Just then, Daniel had an idea.
Playing the flute.
He took out his penny whistle and slowly played a tune.
Alright, here we go again.
The paper dragon enjoyed the sound very much. It began to move along with the rhythm, flipping up and down in the air. Soon the two were playing and dancing, just like old friends. The paper dragon traced out a beautiful arc in the air, communicating with Daniel in a unique way.
My cherished friend, after many long years, we finally meet again. Tell me, how has your family been? A great thank you for playing that music for me. You know how I love the beautiful rhythm of that instrument. But we ought to take precautions, as the room is not stable. Do you still remember how the room works? You're welcome to visit anytime.
The piece of paper then changed back into the shape of a paper dragon and flew into the cardboard box. The box closed shut, and a calm silence was restored to the attic. Daniel rushed to find a watercolor pen and marked the box with excitement in his fingertips.
Splendid. Absolutely splendid.
Over the next few days, the paper dragon came out often to play with Daniel. During this time, Daniel introduced many of his friends to the paper dragon.
That cat's name is Mrs. Carter. Ever since I secretly fed her some fish for dinner, we've been good friends. That's Duke. This is Jessica's pet. He doesn't like rainy days or Mrs. Carter. Only smoked sausages for his taste. And now, we are friends too. My name is Daniel. What's your name?
The paper dragon flapped its wings as if it didn't understand him.
Well, since you like the sound of the penny whistle so much, why don't I just call you Penny? I'll keep practicing to make it sound better.
Daniel and Penny then played baseball together in the attic.
Let's play cat.
Oh, that's gonna end badly. There's no way that's gonna end well. Okay. It's fine. Everything's fine.
But just as they were in the middle of enjoying themselves, a violent shaking suddenly rose from the ground.
The stubborn earthquake is back at it, folks, and it seems even stronger than last time.
At this moment, the box suddenly shot open, and thick clouds of smoke billowed out, followed by several paper balls. Penny attacked the paper balls without a moment's hesitation and promptly threw them back into the box. Penny then flew around in front of Daniel and rushed right back into the box. As the box closed, the earthquake stopped. Facing a friend's farewell without a formal goodbye, Daniel felt confused and lost. He moved the box to the center of the attic. Facing it, he practiced his penny whistle, day in and day out. As the days went by, Daniel's playing became smoother. One day, the box suddenly began to move.
Huh?
1, 2, 3, 4. This time there were 4 paper dragons. But they weren't alone. Enemies began to jump out of the box too.
Earthquake! Another earthquake! This time it's reached a magnitude of 5.8!
In that small attic, the 4 paper dragons fought fiercely against the paper balls. This time, the paper balls used new tactics. They clumped together into a single monstrous ball of paper. It began to shoot strong bursts of electric sparks at the paper dragons as they flew through the air. As they were hit, the paper dragons fell from the air, one after the other. Seeing the injured paper dragons, Daniel felt very distressed and anxious. Just then, one of the paper dragons painfully started to fly and gathered the remainder of its power. The paper dragon transformed into a great beam of light and dove straight down to pierce through the monstrous paper ball. And then came another paper dragon. The monstrous paper ball was blasted to bits, exploding into smaller paper balls. Trembling, they struggled to escape back into the box. The sacrificed paper dragons were reduced to swirling shreds of paper, and a silence pervaded. Peace and tranquility were restored once again to the attic. Daniel saw the remaining 2 paper dragons lying on the floor, badly wounded. He rushed to grab some stickers and treated them at once. Suddenly, countless paper dragons began to gush from the box. The 2 wounded paper dragons were repaired and began to fly. Like 2 colored threads, they merged with the other dragons, flying in unison. The dragons moved like a tide, flying freely through the attic. Daniel eagerly took out his penny whistle. He showed all his paper dragon friends the results of his hard work and practice. In the sweet melody of his playing, Daniel felt himself enter into the world of dragons. The paper dragons merged into a long letter and floated down towards Daniel to tell their story.
After the last war, the fantasy world enjoyed a long spell of peace and stability. But now, the giants have returned. They have launched ferocious attacks, trying to invade your world through the room. We are prepared to launch the final defense. Then we will have to destroy your room, for it is the last remaining entryway into your world. Please believe this farewell will only be temporary. We will not be apart forever, and we will never forget our eternal mission of protecting you.
At that moment, the paper dragons flew back into the box. Daniel still couldn't fully understand what the paper dragons had meant, but he had a vague feeling in his heart that he may never see his new friends again. A few days later, Daniel's chickenpox had fully recovered. He could now play the penny whistle very, very well. But the paper dragons never returned. Maybe it was time to leave and move on.
Earthquake warning! Magnitude 6.2! A massive earthquake is hitting our town! All townspeople, please leave your houses immediately and move to safe open spaces!
Just then, countless paper dragons shot from the cardboard box. However, It seemed like they were under attack, spinning and falling through the air in confusion.
What's happening?
Daniel quickly grabbed the stickers out from his bag and did his best to heal the injured paper dragons. Swarmed together and pushed Daniel away, subduing him firmly in the corner. He couldn't move. Suddenly, ominous clouds rose from the box, and a violent lightning flashed through the room. The figure of a giant slowly emerged from the thick clouds, and the entire attic became overwhelmed with its evil aura. Unleashed its power maniacally. The paper dragons struggled against it, with no means of fighting back. At this critical moment, two paper dragons shined brilliantly. Together, they heroically crashed their bodies into the giant. Daniel thought the giant had been defeated by the paper dragons, but soon he found that things would probably not be so simple. The giant's figure could still be seen in the thick smoke, looking evil and terrible. The attacks of the paper dragons had had no effect, and the giant had only grown stronger. It fought back with a new ferocity. The paper dragons were simply no match for it. Dragons now all but defeated, Daniel spotted a frail figure in the distance. It was Penny. It flew gently in front of Daniel and affectionately rubbed its head against his fingers, as if this whole crisis had never happened. Daniel felt like Penny was trying to tell him something, but he didn't quite understand what. Penny then left Daniel and soared into the air with a determination in its wings. Suddenly, the other paper dragons seemed to be summoned. They flew through the air, all together in unison, responding to the call without an ounce of hesitation. At that moment, Penny turned into a great red beam and rushed fast towards the giant. The other dragons followed, shining together like a shooting star. At that moment, Daniel seemed to see a real dragon flying.
No!
A huge explosion from the impact drowned out everything else in the attic. The attic rained down with countless pieces of paper, the leftover scraps of the paper dragons. Daniel wanted to collect all of the pieces. He thought he could still fix them.
Goodbye, my friend.
The nightmare is over. The earthquake has stopped. With God's mercy, our town is safe. We thank you, Lord, for your protection.
A few days later, the art festival was held as scheduled. Daniel attended the show with his penny whistle.
And now, Daniel Trevor will perform a penny whistle solo of a song titled Fly With Me.
The story ends. Now, you might be wondering, what happened next? Are there still paper dragons in the world? Well, that's a difficult question to answer. But I believe that they are still protecting us somewhere in this world, just like they promised they would, forever, into eternity.
Okay, I'm almost speechless. There's times where I thought about saying something, but I just didn't even know what to say. That was honestly beautiful. I got an achievement called A Touching Story, and there's another one, Here Were Dragons, and yeah, I don't know what to say about it. Yeah, that was good. I really enjoyed that. It's something else, like I said, it's just not something you expect. When you think SCP, you always seem to think horror. At least I do. There's obviously some that aren't horror related, some that aren't scary or aren't bad or dangerous. But for the most part, a lot of them are the anomalies, the entities. So this was a case of I guess there was a danger there, but it was different. There was entities, but the sole purpose of protecting. Which like I said, I've never really read into Here Be Dragons or Here Were Dragons, or whichever it is. So I'm gonna have to look into the full story on that one, see what's going on with that. But with that and that ending, that was kind of a rather long segment. I think I'm going to go ahead and call this a part here, and we will move on to the whatever's next in the next video. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and a comment. Tell me what you... I mean, if anybody has any information on the Here Were Dragons, the whole thing there, you know, go ahead and comment that down below. I'd be interested to read it. Also, I kind of want to know what other people's opinions there are of this game so far. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really liking the different, I don't even know what to call them, mechanics, I guess sections. So, I mean, you had the one at the very beginning where you walk around the desert, then you had the Hang King, and then you got this one, which is like an interactive story. I love the art style behind it, too. That was really cool. But, yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next part.